Thank you
All
so
right,
much
right.
for your time, Anders.
Sure.
It's an honor for me. And as we have so quite time, I will start with the questions. So tell me, In Flames have been in the metal scenes for over 20 years, making incredible music and influencing thousands of bands. So how does it feel to have reached this point on your career, and to have touched the feelings and emotions of so many people with your songs?
I think that's what you just said last, that we connect with people all over the world with music that we love. It's an amazing feeling. It's great, you know, like we have very passionate fans, and it's awesome that we can take our music and travel the world and share it with everyone. Though, I mean, I understand where we are as a band. I understand what we have achieved, but it's difficult for me now when I'm in it. I would never, when we started, I would never think about being where we are today, and after so many years, and still have the fire and still have the passion to do what we do. And maybe you realize after your career, you know, when you look back, what you have achieved and what you really done, you know. When we started, it's like, it was not a lot of bands, we were like 30-40 boys in Gothenburg, you know, like played in different bands thing. But back then, and this is before internet, you know, we had no, to reach this place in the scene or whatever was so far-fetched. It would never, I mean, it was impossible almost. Yeah. You know, we love what we do, and seems like at least some people out there also think that we're doing good, and we can touch with our music and our lyrics and the concepts and all that stuff, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. I have always believed that you compose a song, but when you release it to the world, it stops being yours and becomes someone else. For example, when I listen to Come Clarity, or when I listen to All For Me, I give it a meaning in my life depending on what happened to me at the time I heard it. And when you wrote it, it was a different reason. So what does it feel like to accompany people at different moments in their lives?
When you think about it, it's crazy. You know, like it's awesome. And I love that people take our music and create it their own. And that's something that's very important. So whenever I meet someone that tries to explain to me what they feel about the lyrics, I would never correct them and say, no, that's not right, you know, because then I take away that moment from that person. And the way I write lyrics are usually a lot of metaphors so that you can apply it to your life and your situation. If there's something in your life that's hurting, and you realize there's someone else out there that just feel the same, and maybe that can make it more easy, you know, like, or you get a little push in the right direction, or whatever you want to call it. Awesome.
Yeah, it is. I think In Flames is a band that has dared to leave their comfort zone and experiment with new sounds, which is incredible for me. And while others, as me, appreciate the evolution in your sound. How do you manage the expectations of both types of audience when you release a new album?
We don't think, so don't get me wrong, we don't think about the other people. I care what Björn feels, and what the other guys in the band, what they feel, what they think. When we feel we are happy, like we said before, when we feel we are happy, we give the music to the world, and then it's a journey on its own. You should like this for this and this reason. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you love it, you love it. Therefore, I don't have expectations. I know I like it. Hopefully other people like it, so I can continue to do what I like. But that's it, you know. Music is very unforced. We don't have people around. We don't have record companies or management or anyone telling us what to do. If we do a song that you think sucks, then it's our fault. If we do a song that you think is great, it's our fault. You know, like that's what it is. And I'd rather have it like that, you know.
Okay, that's a cool answer. For me, your music often presents a balance between darkness and hope and I don't know, melancholy. How do you find inspiration to express these contrasting emotions in your songs?
I'm a fairly happy guy, but I live in a terrible world. You know, like the what we have around us and the way we are treating each other, and I feel we're going backwards instead of going forward. We have so much information, and we have access to information. It's easier to talk to each other. I mean, you're in Mexico and I'm here, and we just talk to each other like that, right? And it's but still we fuck up, and we don't appreciate each other if we, you know, look different, if we are into different things, or like boys or girls or this, or I mean, like all that's like, it doesn't like, if you're a good person, you're a good person, and but we fuck it up all the time, and we have, you know, the economy is shit, especially where I'm from right now, and we have a world war really close to where we are, and it's just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if the internet have fucked us up. We're more angry and more, we're pointing fingers more these days than we've done before, or maybe it's just that we can see it now. I don't know. Some hope somewhere. You know, you have to believe that. You have to feel that. Otherwise, you can just give up. You know, and I don't want to give up.
Yeah, that's cool. That takes me to my next question. What motivates you to continue creating music after so many years in this scene or in this industry?
Going into the studio with nothing and coming out with something that you feel is complete, you know. I love to search for the next melody, search for the next riff and the next lyric, or do that and just create something out of nothing. You know, it's a good place to be. What else should I do? I don't have any other. This is what I've done my whole life. I can't, there's nothing I can fall back to, like from school, and say I'm going to do this instead. I mean, this is what I do until the day I die. Like, that's it.
You have explored the beer, the craft beer.
Yeah. But that's I do that, but that's more because have nerdy interests, not because I want to make a living out of it. This is what I do. This is what I do. Music was a hobby that turned into a job, which still feels like a hobby, and I'm very fortunate that I can and just being able to exist, you know, and still do something that I find is really, really fun. You know, I don't have a 9-to-5 work that sucks. I have a 24/7 job that is great.
Okay, that's really, really cool. As a band, you have gone through different lineup changes over the years, and recently also had the departure of Bryce. So how has this affected the creative dynamic of In Flames?
Well, so Liam, he's the new bass player, and comes from this band Dillinger Escape Plan, and obviously he is a very skilled musician, and unfortunately Bryce had to leave and so on, and we found out fairly late, so we didn't have much time before the summer festivals, and for the first festival, the first time we worked together as a band, we're on stage, so we all learned like our shit in separate ways, and he did his stuff over in America, and we did our stuff at home, of course. So we met on stage, but it didn't take more than an hour, and we were great friends, and he fits really well. We have not recorded anything yet together, and we have not, created music together yet. But as a person within the band, he feels like I've known him for 20 years. You know, he's a really, really good guy and talented musician, and he have great views, and he's a cool guy.
About Foregone, your last record, I feel that on this occasion you took sounds from the old In Flames, more melodic death metal, and mix it up with more modern riffs and modern production, and it sounds like the future. I don't know if I explain myself, but I feel that. So how did you get the sound that you ended up capturing in the album?
Well, I mean, we didn't look back or anything. It's just like we are who we are. But I think that staying away for 2 years, like during the pandemic, and it was such a shitty time for, you know, a touring musician. I toured my whole grown-up life, and all of a sudden you can't be around your fans, your crew, or your band, you know, like, and that made me anxious and angry and annoyed, and I really got some sort of, I got some more passion back. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, I think there's a slight chance, you know, like for a while before the pandemic, that you take everything for granted, you know, think it's gonna last forever. You know, you do an album, you release an album, you expect people to come to your shows, you expect people to buy your albums, and then you another tour, and then you do another album, and then it's just a hamster wheel that continues, right? And then that disappeared for a while, and it was some sort of a wake-up call. So all that energy and all that frustration got tickled in this album. Like it got into the forgotten. So I think we came in with a little bit extra energy and a different perspective of who we as a band are and should be in 2023.
I remember that you always say like every In Flames album is a masterpiece. You say like,
I don't know if I ever said that, but I mean, according to me, right? Every album is perfect. I would not release an album if I feel this is not as good as the previous one, but let's release it anyway. I mean, we feel it's great, but I don't know about the masterpiece. Maybe I said that and I was extremely intoxicated, but I still wait. I'm still waiting to do the masterpiece. Then it's time to stop.
I'm just want to ask you: is there a song that you think define In Flames?
I think "Take This Life" is a very good song that defines In Flames.
Yeah, that's cool. And for my last question, could you send a message to the Mexican public for this Hell and Heaven presentation that you have in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is Anders from In Flames. I'm so happy to be back at Hell and Heaven in, where are we now, in 2 months maybe, or 1 month or whatever. It's amazing. We love playing there. Mexico is extremely important to us. Amazing fans, passionate fans, and you have great food and great drinks. So happy to be back.
Thank you so much, Anders. Nice to meet you, and it's an honor for us to have you.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, have a nice day.